Well, time for a quick little update. Um, I did find out a couple things. The misfire I was having and stuff, I don't think I have issues with the injectors because I dropped the injectors back. Um, I think I mentioned that to, I dropped the fuel pressure back to 40 pounds and put all the stock or the not factory, the manufactured data for the injectors back in. And after I tweaked the air fuel ratios, after I did that, the misfires are pretty much gone when just sitting. So I think it was a combination of not having the right data for the injectors, which I went back, even though I had those injectors tested, and he said, this is the data for the injectors. It didn't seem to like that. So going back to the data I got from the vendor and then tweaking the air fuel ratios, the misfire's pretty much gone. It does misfire some at startup, but I think that's because it's running lean at startup and that's what's causing it. So I have to figure that out yet and still trying to tweak those. But just sitting with the air fuel ratios kind of tweaked, I can now hold it at 3,000 RPM and it doesn't flutter back and forth because it's missing. It'll hold it, and when I look at the scan tool, I'm not really getting any. So I've taken it on the block a few times. I get a little bit, get out of the wind here a little bit, I get a little bit of the misfires when I am going around the block, but again, I think that is because I'm still working on the air fuel ratios. I do have injector hang, or sorry, throttle hang right now that's going on, not when it's sitting, but when it's moving. If I go and then come up to like a corner or whatever, press the clutch in, it will just hang at that RPM or go down a little bit and then go back up, like somebody's pressing on the throttle, but you're not. And it will hang for 8 to 10 seconds and then drop. So that's what I have been trying to figure out and deal with right now. I thought I had somebody helping me and gave me some data for the throttle body, which I had put in and had done that and had done that, and then thought, well, let's see what happens with that. Interesting enough, the throttle hang is actually worse, but the throttle is easier to control, which I think I had mentioned before, that I press on the throttle a little bit, nothing really happens. You press a little bit more, and all of a sudden, boom, man, it's like revving to 3,000. Now, with using the stock injector or the stock throttle body data, which VMP said I could use, it doesn't seem to be. The throttle is much easier to control now. When I press on it, I can kind of lead into it, and it revs up nice and slow. So I think it would seem like that's the better data, but yet it's now the throttle hang before was like 5 to 10 seconds and then drop back. Now the throttle hang just stays. If you kind of tap on the throttle a couple times, then it will kind of rev up and come down, but it doesn't come down after 10 seconds. So one thing is better and one is not. So that's kind of where things at, but just kind of wanted to kind of keep this short. So like I said, yeah, things are better. The injectors I think are okay. I just have to use the correct data for the injectors, and the misfires I think are related to my air fuel ratios not being dead on. So I got to work on that, and then like I said, I got to figure out that throttle hang issue. So that is about it. Thanks for watching. Bye.